Welcome into the show. What's going on, everybody? I'm Wes Moore. Thank you for watching More Sports. Tonight, it's going to be a fun night. Fernando Carmona, former Razorback guard, played tackle the year before last. Now he's getting ready for the NFL draft, just back from the Senior Bowl. He's going to join us here in a little bit. And we're also going to talk a little Razorback numbers, took a look at the second half schedule. I'll give you my thoughts on what Arkansas needs to do the second half of the SEC season to that's a chance to compete for an SEC title. All that's coming up in a few minutes. It's kind of weird not having Razorback basketball midweek. Kind of tired of talking about that Kentucky game and seeing that Kentucky score scroll across the bottom of the screen thanks to Centennial Bank. Ready to update those scores and some of those numbers when they play Mississippi State. Speaking of Centennial Bank, let's go ahead and give them a little love. Big thanks to all of our sponsors on More Sports. That's how I'm able to make this happen. But Centennial Bank has been standing the test of time. They've been taking care of Arkansans for a long time now. And when I think Centennial Bank, and maybe when you think Centennial Bank, you think strength and consistency. It's a commitment to building trust. Arkansas has relied on Centennial Bank for steady guidance, local decision-making, and financial solutions that stand the test of time. From personal banking to business and home loans, Centennial Bank is built on relationships that last. Visit my100bank.com or stop by your local Centennial Bank, member FDIC. Also want to tell you about A+ Alarm. I've been using those guys for over 20 years now. They installed my alarm and camera system. They can do residential. They can do commercial security. A+ Alarm delivers reliable protection you can count on. A+ Alarm truly is the key to peace of mind. Call them at 501-851-7587. Visit them online at aplusalarm.net. And Gwatney Buick GMC. They're ready for some business. The snow was rough on them. It was rough on everybody. Now it's all melting away. And this weekend looks awesome. Actually, the rest of the week looks good. So if you've been putting it off and you're ready to pull the trigger, please go check them out at Gwatney Buick GMC. And please tell them that I sent you. You saw them supporting More Sports and you want to support them. They've got a lot of four-wheel vehicles on the lot. You may be ready to upgrade and have a four-wheel drive for the next snowstorm ice event so that you're not stuck inside your neighborhood, inside your home. Go see what they have at Gwatney Buick GMC. Check out the website, GwatneyBuickGMC.com. Go visit them, 5700 Landers Road in North Little Rock, Gwatney Buick GMC.
All Arkansas, all sports. It's More Sports.
Let's bring in Fernando Carmona, the former Razorback. He joins us tonight on More Sports. Fernando, welcome in. It's good to catch back up with you. How are you?
Doing great, Wes. Great to talk to you, man. Missing our weekly conversations, and so great to be on your show, man, and chopping it up.
Yeah. What's it been like for you since we last talked at the end of the football season? The last month and a half, 2 months? What's that been like?
Yeah, man, it's been a crazy time. Got down here to Dallas to train at Sports Academy with one of the best offensive line trainers in Duke Manyweather. So I got here, I want to say December 15th, and so I've been training ever since, getting ready for the Senior Bowl, getting ready for the Combine, and just preparing my body to be at peak performance when that Combine does roll around.
You're just back from the Senior Bowl. How did it go?
It went good, man. There was some things I had envisioned for myself that week that didn't come true, but I have a really high standard for myself, and I set the bar really high. And so, I was swinging for the fences, and we didn't get what we initially went for, but we did put up a good week of team reps, had great interviews, and showed teams that I'm an NFL caliber player, and I think I impressed a few people.
So after that experience, is there something in particular you're working on between now and the Combine?
Yeah, no, definitely. Biggest thing was when I first got here in December is fixing my stance and then my punch timing, and just kind of those are the two things. Seems really simple and easy, but it's been great working with Duke. He's really nitpicked my game. We've watched a lot of film, and he's seen a lot of areas of improvement, and so those are the two things we're really hitting home on right now. And if I get those, man, the sky's the limit.
it's a great opportunity to get to go to the Senior Bowl, and it was a quite an adventure for you guys to get to the Senior Bowl. Tell me that
Yeah.
story.
Yeah, so we had seen on the forecast that there was a big storm coming in. It was going to hit around Saturday, and so I really didn't know how like serious it was. Storms are taking here in Dallas, and so everybody was kind of like freaking out. And they're like, stock up on food, this and that. And so me and some of the guys I train with were like, man, we gotta get out of here because we don't know if we'll make it to the airport. We don't know if the flights will leave. Like we got to get to Mobile, and like we don't want to get there on a Tuesday and jump into practice. Like let's take the initiative, get on a car ride, and let's get there and be proactive. And so that's what we did. We left Friday. It was kind of crazy. We were going back and forth with our agents. We were like, do we stay or do we go right now? And it was kind of like back and forth for about like 3 to 4 hours. And then finally, like after we were done lifting that day, they're like, pack up your bags, get in the car and go. Like just don't even take the chance. And so it was me, this kid named Keelan Rutledge from Georgia Tech, the quarterback from Baylor, Sawyer, and Cage Casey from Boise State. We all got into a car, hit the road, and it was a great road trip, man. We had a lot of fun, told a lot of stories. Funny story from it, I actually got myself a speeding ticket, which sucked. So the main guy, the Georgia Tech player, was riding. He had drove 7 hours, and he was like, all right, I'm going to take it down to 59 minutes, and you take over. And I'm telling him the whole drive. I'm like throwing the relief pitcher, like, bring me in, man. Give me a chance. And so I go, and not even 20 minutes in, man, I run right into a speed trap, and they got me good, hit a small town, and good little story for afterwards. But in the moment, I was pretty pissed off. But we made it there safe. And yeah, it was a great time.
I bet there are a lot of people in Arkansas that know that exact same speed trap that you're talking about because they go on down to Orange Beach, Gulf Shores, Florida to the beach, and it's a famous little speed trap that we know about. And unfortunately, you didn't know about it before you got there.
No, he was playing, man. I turned that corner and I had no time to react. I tried to hit my brakes and the lights were already on.
Fernando, what have you learned about yourself since leaving Arkansas just in these 2 months?
Yeah, man, I've realized that, if I really put my mind to something, that I could achieve all my goals. And, being away from my girlfriend, my family, and just kind of not being kind of jobless right now. The future is uncertain and I don't have a paycheck coming in until the next NFL team picks me. And so really just betting on myself and just, taking each and every day and just being grateful for it, man. I'm getting to live out a dream that many people wish that they could live. And I'm just trying to be grateful for every single moment and all the people that I've met along the way. And I'm training with some great athletes. So just trying to be, grateful and mindful of how lucky I am right now.
I'm curious, and I don't know if you've even thought about it, but about 3 months have gone by since the end of the season. And back here, we're still reflecting on the season, talking about what went wrong. Have you been able to kind of put your finger on just what went wrong?
Man, it's tough. I still like till this day, like I still don't know. Like I look back on it because we had dudes. I mean, we had 6 people at the Senior Bowl.
Yeah.
We had people playing in the Hula Bowl. Like we had talent everywhere, but we just couldn't put it together. And it's just kind of that thing where it was like we played in close games, and we just couldn't get over the hump. And so I've tried to look back on it, but even then, like I'm still shocked because even like the people that at the Senior Bowl, they're like, dude, you guys got great players. Like you guys have 6 people here, which was the most out of I think any team at the Senior Bowl. And they're like, how? Like, how are you guys 2-10? And my answer would be, I don't know. I do not know.
We said one day it was the best 2-10 team in the history of college football.
Man, funny enough, the guys at the Senior Bowl, we call ourselves 3-10. We got that final win at the Senior Bowl. We haven't gotten a win, so it felt good to get that third win.
I saw an interview. It was, I think somebody from Las Vegas was interviewing you at the Senior Bowl asking
Yeah.
you about the Raiders. Hey, man, first of all, you nailed the interview. You said the exact right thing. You'd love to play for them, but hey, you just want to play for whoever takes you in the NFL draft. I thought that was perfect.
Yeah, no, definitely. He put me on the spot right there. Got to be careful with my words. Obviously, playing for Vegas would be awesome being back at home, but at the end of the day, man, whoever will take me and wants me, that's going to be the best team possible.
How important is the combine for you?
It's huge. Obviously showing that I can be athletic. I think I'm going to test really well. There's definitely some things I need to work on my 40, to get to where, I have envisioned for myself. But I think I'll show teams, this guy's very explosive, very fast. And then, the biggest thing about the combine that people really don't see behind the walls are the interviews. And so just being able to show these teams my knowledge of the game and being able to go up on the board and be able to be confident and, drawing up plays. And I feel like if I really nail that, I could just really boost up my stock and show these teams that I could play center, I could play guard, I could play tackle, and I'm just versatile in every aspect of the game of offensive line.
When's the last time you snapped the ball?
I snapped at the Senior Bowl. So I got some practice reps, did some one-on-ones. It's been going good, man. It's been going really good. Working with some great people, obviously training with. Working with one of the best centers in the draft right now, and Sam Heck. Really great player. And so he's been helping me out a lot. And we've just been bouncing off each other, man. And it's a great group of guys.
Say the center's the smartest guy on the offensive line. Is that true?
Yeah, no, 1,000%. If you want to be that guy and you want to command the offense, you got to know, ball like it's the back of your hand. And so that's what I'm really working towards. I feel like I'm close. There's definitely some things I need to work on. There's a game of football that I really haven't opened up, and that's kind of like that defensive pressure side of it. And I think I'm starting to kind of figure it out, but there's definitely another aspect that I haven't really reached yet. But it's fun, though. I enjoy it a lot.
Are you hearing anything from former teammates about Silverfield? What's going on? New offensive line coach?
Yeah, I'm hearing great things. One of the guys I'm actually training with played at Memphis last year, so he was there with the offensive line coach was Silverfield. Loves him, man. Loves the offensive line coach. And so been hearing all positive things. The things I'm seeing on social media, the guys look like they're having fun. Looks like they're really building a culture. And it's going to be a tough change because, it's not easy going from 2-10 to winning, a lot of games in the SEC. But I think, the mindset that they're building in that program, it's looking in the right direction. And, I'm always cheering and I'm always pulling for them. So I'm hoping for the best.
Almost forgot the most important question. How was your trip to Mexico?
Incredible, man. Incredible. It was much needed. Had a lot of good food. Almost too much food. I came back and I was heavy. Got to really relax in that water and just take my mind off of everything going on. So it was much needed going into this process to just really kind of clear my body and just get ready for this next phase of my life.
All right, important question here. Seahawks or Patriots? Who you have?
Ooh, man, that's tough. I got to go with the Patriots, man. I like the Drake May hype. I'm behind it. I'm a big fan of Will Campbell. I love their offensive line. And I think it's their wide receiver that keeps talking about the Warriors come out and play. That thing kind of gets me hyped. And I just like his personality, man. He's a very out there kind of guy. And I'm just pulling for them. I know they've won a lot, but I don't know. It's going to be a good game, though.
Well, we do have a Razorback connection there with Hunter Henry, the tight end for the Patriots.
That's true.
Former Razorback secondary. He's now Kevin Richardson's a defensive assistant coach for the Patriots. So we got a couple of Razorback ties with the Patriots.
That's right. That's right.
And Eric Gregory that you played with, he's maybe on the practice squad?
Yeah, I see him suiting up, though. He's on there. And then, but crazy enough, Tyron Broden was a practice guy for the Seahawks. So they'll end up seeing each other at the Super Bowl.
No, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
What's your plan for the draft? What are you thinking? Have you made a plan?
Haven't really made a plan yet. Thinking about just getting some family, some friends in the area together, watching it probably on day 3, or if I get picked up sooner before then, so be it. But get everybody together on day 3 and just celebrate wherever I go and just kind of take it all in. But yeah, no, there's no set in stone plan yet. I haven't really thought that far ahead, but it's coming up fast. I need to start thinking.
Is that Vegas or is that in Fayetteville?
It's in Vegas. That's where all the family's at. So just easier trip for all of them. And yeah, it'll be a good time.
So after the combine, are you kind of done with training and everything?
No. So after the combine, which we'll finish up, I want to say March 2nd, we finish that up. And then we come back March 13th to this pro day for Arkansas. So I have almost like a 2-week kind of buffer to kind of keep training, kind of feeling myself. And hopefully, the plan is to ball out at the combine. So when I come to pro day, it's basically all just kind of drill work, weigh in, meeting with teams. But if there's something I kind of want to re-hit again, or, I want to do better on my 40, I'll do it. But yeah, no, it's really just kind of going there and training till that point. And then from pro day, teams can invite you out, do special interviews, special workouts. So you kind of just got to keep going until somebody calls your name and you're on that team.
Yeah, that's when you also have the teams can invite local guys to come work, and they get a waiver on how many. Be cool if the Raiders ask you to come work out.
Man, that would be really cool. It's honestly a really good possibility, so got to be ready for that as well.
Well, we'll be keeping an eye on it, and I'll keep in touch. It's been fun watching you, and it was fun this weekend at the Senior Bowl and seeing you out there competing. And now it's on to the combine. For us, for you, it's more training. But we appreciate you coming on tonight.
Appreciate you, Wes. It was great talking to you, man. I'm going to miss our weekly talks during the season. Maybe during my bye week next year, I'll give you a talk when the Hogs are 6-0 and they're rolling in the SEC, and we'll talk some ball.
I like that optimism. Thanks, man. Fernando, good luck. Take care.
Thank you so much. Take care.
Strength isn't built by chance. It's built step by step, choice by choice. At Centennial Bank, we believe it's the everyday actions, done with care, done consistently, that lay the foundation for something greater. That's how we build trust. That's how we build strength. Let us help you create a strong financial game plan. When we work together, we win together. Centennial Bank, member FDIC.
Let's talk some Razorback basketball. SEC season halfway in the books, 9 down, 9 to go. Perfect time to kind of look at things since there's no midweek game this week. I pulled up some numbers. 6-3, obviously, in the first 9 games. The teams that they played had a record of 34-45. That's 11 games under 500. They took advantage of beating South Carolina with a 2-7 record, LSU with a 2-7 record, OU with a 1-8 record. Now, Arkansas did have some nice wins over number 15 Vanderbilt. They're 6-3. Tennessee up in the number 25 in the rankings this week. Beat them first game of the season. Tennessee at 5-3. And see anybody else with a winning record? No, that's it. With the teams they beat with the winning record, lost to Auburn, 5-4 Auburn, lost to 4-5 Georgia. That one kind of sticks out as a bad loss. And then, of course, the Kentucky game, and that's a very disappointing loss. Now, second half schedule gets tougher. I said 11 games under 500, 34-45. That was the 9 teams they played in the first half. Second half, 42-37, 5 games over 500. There are some games that, on paper, it looks like they should win, but they're on the road. Mississippi State, LSU, 3-6 Mississippi State, 2-7 LSU. Got a home game against Auburn. Got to get some payback there, 5-4 Auburn. At Alabama. Alabama's 4-4. They've been struggling a little bit. Missouri is kind of Jekyll and Hyde. They play really well at home, not so good on the road. Missouri's 5-4. Then the 2 tough ones. Texas A&M at home, 7-1, and ranked number 25 in the coaches poll this week. And then you follow that up the next game at 7-2 Florida. Florida ranked number 17. Finished with Texas at home and on the road with Missouri. Those two teams combined to 9-9 in SEC play. So 5 games over 500. Schedule gets a little bit more difficult in the second half. For Arkansas to have a chance to compete for the SEC title, sitting at 6-3 right now, I think at the worst they got to go 7-2 and probably get a little help. And 7-2, you have to beat Florida and you have to beat Texas A&M, 2 teams ahead of Arkansas in the standings. So not only do you have to catch them, you have to beat them. And that's the one thing. At least they do have the opportunity to play those 2 teams. Tough, very tough. I mean, Buckyball, they're playing well. They've gotten some nice road wins. And then Florida, we know about the animal at Florida and the 3 big guys inside and how tough it is to win down in Gainesville. Arkansas hasn't won down there in a long time. That will be a very difficult game. But if they want to compete, what's it going to take to win an SEC title this year? A lot. 7-2 down the stretch with wins over A&M, wins over a win over Florida. Get a little help from those teams. They're going to have to lose some games. A&M's schedule does get tougher. Florida's not as tough. I would say Florida right now, if I was going to pick an SEC winner, it's Florida. Not only are they playing really well, but their schedule kind of sets up for it. So that's a must win for Arkansas. And that's a lot to ask to go down to Gainesville. But at least there's still an opportunity at 6-3 to be talking about winning an SEC championship. But, more than anything else, getting some wins over tournament teams that will help your chances and get a better seed for the NCAA tournament, that's got to be a goal too. And that's beating Auburn at home. That's getting a road win at Alabama. They'll be an NCAA tournament team. Beating Texas A&M at home would be big. And then Florida would be huge. If you can get a road victory on the road in Florida, that will help your tournament seeding. Texas probably a bubble team. Same with Missouri. I think Missouri's on the outside looking in right now, according to Joe Lunardi. Texas right there on the bubble. So an opportunity to get some wins down the stretch for Arkansas. Maybe, who knows, compete for an SEC title. But it all starts Saturday. If you got any thoughts of winning or competing for an SEC title, you got to go on the road and beat Mississippi State and LSU. 2 teams that aren't going to the NCAA tournament most likely, and 2 teams with bad SEC records. You're the better team. Go and get road victories, and then maybe we can talk a little bit more about the chances of winning an SEC title. Good show tonight. Big thanks to Fernando Carmona. I am a huge fan of his. Of course, we had him signed to an NIL deal on the Buzz. He joined us every single week. After all those losses, he was still an awesome interview, just a great character person, and I'll definitely be rooting for him at the Combine and when the NFL draft starts. So big thanks to him for joining More Sports tonight. Big thank you. Give me a thumbs up if you're watching on YouTube. Subscribe on YouTube. And let's get this channel growing even more. Continues to grow every single day. And I appreciate you for watching. And we'll be back here tomorrow night. Plan is to talk with a high school kid that just visited Arkansas over the weekend for Junior Day. Familiar name. And I'm told he is a great interview. So I'm looking forward to that. Tune in. We'll check that out tomorrow night on More Sports.
All Arkansas, all sports. It's More Sports.